I can't look at you and magically say, you need 1,635 calories. People don't know how to work out the calories. They get told that they need the calorie deficit. Sometimes the calculators, they're not completely accurate. What's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Quickfire Fitness. This is where we break down popular fitness topics in a no-nonsense quickfire video, okay? In this video today, I'm gonna help you work out your own calories and macros that you need to lose body fat, okay? Because this is the be-all and end-all of fat loss. You can't lose fat unless you're in a calorie deficit, okay? And you can't be in a calorie deficit, well, you can, but you're not really probably gonna be in a calorie deficit unless you know how many calories you need to consume, okay? So you can log them, so you can track them, and so you can be consistent with that, okay? Now, a lot of people, however, they don't know how to be in a calorie deficit because they're never shown what is going on. There's glare. I'm not used to it being this nice in England. But yeah, it's lovely though, I can't complain. But yeah, people don't know how to work out the calories. They get told that they need the calorie deficit, but they don't actually know how many calories they need, how many proteins they need, and what their macro split or their macros should actually be in order to help them out, right? And that's what I'm gonna help you with today. So the first thing you want to work out really is the calories that you want to be eating and you want to be consuming in order to help you be in a calorie deficit and help you lose weight. Now, I can't look at you and magically say, you need 1,635 calories to be in a calorie deficit. It doesn't work like that, right? And everyone's calorie deficit is slightly different because you could be in a calorie deficit and lose half a kilogram a week. You could be in a calorie deficit and be losing a full kilogram a week, right? So it depends on how deep or how aggressive your calorie deficit is as well. The best way to work this out, right? And it never gives you an exact number. It's never gonna give you an exact number. But there is little calculations you can do. You can times your body weight in pounds by 10, for example. If you weigh 200 pounds and then you times that by 10, that's 2,000 calories. That's gonna give you're probably definitely gonna be in a deficit. If you times by 1.9, 1.8, then it's slightly less and it gives you a bit less of a calorie deficit. That's one way you could do it. I don't mind that way, it's okay. But the easiest way for me, and what I would tell people if someone wanted some advice really quickly walking down the street is I would say go on one of the calorie calculators, right? Go on them. There's loads of them out there. TDEE calculator, okay? Total daily energy expenditure calculator. And it breaks down your total daily energy expenditure, gives you an estimate, and then you can set the setting to say, I want to lose body fat, I want to maintain my weight, I want to increase my weight. And it'll spit out a number of calories and maybe a number of protein for you to have as well to help you. I would put your stats into one of these calculators and work off that average. So use the calculator, put in your details. Most people are going to overestimate their activity levels, so make sure you pick and make sure you say that you are lightly active or on the lower side of the activity levels, right? And then see what number it gives you calories wise. Then with these calories, you log them and you track them over time. If you are losing weight, great, you're in a calorie deficit. If you're not losing weight and everything is consistent, then give it a little bit of time first. Then you might want to think about just adjusting the calories because sometimes the calculators, they're not completely accurate, okay? Now, that is to work out your calories that are in a deficit, short and simple. Now, to work out your macros or your protein is, firstly, like we've said before, don't worry about your carbohydrates and don't worry about your fats, just find a protein source. And the easiest way to find your protein is we want 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, right? So if you weighed 200 pounds, that is going to be between 0.7 times 200 and 1 times 200. So I think it's between 140 and 200, obviously. My maths might not be exact there. That's how you work out your protein. So super simple, 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of body weight. Hope this helps. If you want to lose fat, these are the steps that I'd recommend you doing. Find your calories on a calorie calculator. Make sure you say that your activity level is low, on the lower end. Track these calories, and if you are losing weight, great. If you're not losing weight, firstly, make sure you are consistent, and then give it a little bit of time. If that's not right too, they can be wrong. So then you might want to drop or adjust your calories slightly to make sure that you are then losing weight over time. Protein wise, don't worry about carbs and fats. Protein wise, 1 gram per pound of body weight is the maximum, 0.7 gram per pound of body weight is the minimum. If you're eating within that range, you are great. Hope this has helped. This has been Quickfire Fitness, and I'll see you in the next episode.